how to overlook your current situation and keep positive, even though it's very difficult.
Yes.
Some people don't have money and they say, some manifestation, I would say guru and professionals, they say, just try to be happy, try to be positive, but the vibration from within, it's very different. The reality is different from where you want to be.
Yeah. Completely understand. So circumstances are always going to happen. I have been homeless. I have been hungry. I have had to use the food bank. When I talk about what I've gone through, I totally get it all. So first of all, whatever circumstance you're in, just take a deep breath. All right. Be really gentle on yourself. Oh, the beautiful news is any circumstance can change. Okay. Some circumstances take longer to change, some circumstances not so much. There are two types of circumstances. So one is like your current circumstance. Maybe it's you just got fired from a job, or your dog just got run over by a car, something like that, right? Oh, these are circumstances that are directly happening to you and they have the most impact. They often feel like getting hit in the gut or hit on the chest, right? There's also circumstances happening around you. So that's like your mother-in-law doesn't get along with your mom and they're constantly fighting. So it's not directed at you, but you have to deal with it because it's your mother-in-law and your mother, right? So those are circumstances happening around you. The best one, we're going to start there, is not my circus, not my monkeys, right? That's you saying, that's between you guys out there. I'm not getting involved. And, you know, when it comes to something like a mother and a mother-in-law, that is fine. Like, you two are adults, you can work it out. And stepping back from the situation and be like, if either of you brings this one into my sphere, you will not be invited to the next family gathering. You will not, like, you two get along, or like, that's it. And that usually helps first put up a massive boundary, right? So circumstances happening around you, you want to declare these boundaries, and it helps you keep more of your sovereignty, more of that confidence, more of, this is the treatment that I will accept in the world, and this is what is not acceptable, and I won't budge. So that was sort of like the easier one, right? The circumstances happening outside around you. Now, I know there's circumstances happening outside around you that feel a little less controllable. Maybe there's conflict going on in different countries, or, you know, we in America always see the starving children in Africa videos on television. And it's like, oh, it just tears at your heartstrings, right? Here's where you go, there's only so much that I can personally do, right? I'm not over there in it. There's only so much I can personally do. And you allow yourself to do what feels comfortable to you. Sometimes that's sending money to certain organizations that are helping people. Sometimes that's maybe donating to your own local food pantry, whether it's actual food or time, right? It doesn't always have to be money, right? Maybe it's babysitting for free for your best friend that you know is struggling. Right? There's so many different ways that you can become centered in those outward circumstances. Now, coming back, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, yes, this is a very good point, because I do study Stoicism. It's a really nice, it's not a religion, it's just the way of life. And they say life usually falls into two categories: things you can control and things you cannot. And it's actually, yes, most of the time it's so true. Even your child, when you can influence, but you can't really control it. So once you realize it, you just become easier. Now, even for me as a parent, I just, okay, no worries, it's fine.
Yeah. And so back to the circumstances that are happening directly to you. So it could be homelessness, it could be hunger, it could be addiction. It could be health issues. Been there, right? Oh, wow. I'm like listing all the things that I've gone through in my life. Okay. So, and these are some of the heavier things that people say to me, oh, I have no idea how you like got through that. And there's a reason, because it is so heavy, because it's happening to you in the now. So I first want you to remember your current circumstance is just your current circumstance. Life is not always going to be like this. All right. Life will change. It's okay to have those days where you are just so pissed off that you rage. You know, when I rage, I go for a run, but that's because I can now. You know, there was times where I was working 3 jobs and couldn't go rage on a run because I was exhausted. You know, take it out on your pillow, scream out in the middle of the woods, whatever it is, like let it all out, because doesn't mean your circumstance is okay for you to be in. No, but it's not okay for anybody to be abused or hungry or homeless or any of that, right? So like, know your feelings are valid. The next is, so you know it's not always going to be like this. Your feelings are valid. Get the rage out. There's also like the hopelessness and the despair. And this is one that I've been through, where there's a thing called learned helplessness. And it's when you've gone to different peoples or different organizations to ask for help, or you've applied for 10 jobs and haven't gotten the job. You feel beat down and you're like, see, nothing's ever going to change, Manda. I get it. Remember this phrase called learned helplessness. And remember, it's not that you are helpless. It's that you are going through all of the no's to get to your yeses.
100%.
It's sort of like dating. Most of us have dated a ton of people before we landed on the one that you're going to marry or be with, right? You're going through your no's to get to your yes. So every time you get a no, every time you feel shut down, you are just one step closer to your yes. You're one step closer to your breakthrough. You're one step closer to your success story. Here is where the people that stay in their current circumstance and those that don't, here's the difference, right? It's at this point you either go, no, I'm going to keep going, no matter how painful this is, no matter how sad I am, no matter how many no's I'm going to get. You allow the hope within you to bubble up. You ask the universe for help. You ask to be shown the right way. You lean on hugs and hope from the universe. Whatever your next thing you need is, you lean in and you ask. There is no failure. There's only giving up. And so giving up looks like, well, I guess I'm just not going to apply for any more of these jobs, or, well, I'm always going to be stuck in this situation, so why even bother? And by the way, know if that ever happens to you and you get to that point, you can always change your mind tomorrow. You could always make a different choice.